This podcast is brought to you in part by PNP Games, your online source for everything video games. Visit their website at pnpgames.com or at one of their 3 retail locations in Winnipeg, Manitoba. All right, everybody, and welcome to the Nintendo Pulse podcast. As always, I'm your host, Lloyd Hannison, and joining me, as always, Stephen Munn. Stephen, how the heck are you, man? Oh, he's muted. That's how he is. He's muted. Sorry, you can... Stephen, how the heck are you, man?
I'm great. I'm doing fantastic. Thanks. I especially like the way you started the music for the show for just a split second there in the middle of talking about games.
I used to start stuff on this side with this hand. Now, since I have my new podcast set up, I have like 3 screens and all this other crazy stuff around me, and everything's moved. So now it's this hand to start the music, and I just wasn't used to it, and I had some issues. So I had premature music Actuation. There you go. I was trying to think of a shun word, and now I'm just the one that's been shunned. So what do you say we get into the show, man?
Wow, this wordplay. It's definitely wordplay. Sure, let's start the show.
All right, well, we got a great show for you guys this week. We're going to be talking a lot about Mario Kart 8, Pokemon, a little bit of Pokemon, some Mario Golf, and a heck of a lot more. There's been a lot of stuff happening in the Nintendo universe. It's been a couple weeks since we last did a show, so it's going to be good to get out and get this one done and talk about all this stuff. So get ready for a awesome show, everybody.
For a nice change.
Yeah, there's lots of news, lots of stuff to talk about, which is a good thing.
I just mean we're usually terrible.
Well, I mean that's a given. That's a given. The content is awesome, but that's that can only take you so far sometimes, I guess. I guess. All right, well let's do this. Let's get into the meat of the show. Stephen Munn, my friend, what have you been playing?
It's funny that you say meat of the show. I've been playing a lot of meat.
Oh.
I have a new grill, and
wow. Yeah. I was like, wow, that got really awkward really fast. Yeah. But now you got a new barbecue grill?
Yeah, I paused just long enough to make it nice and awkward, and then I continued with.
That's good. That's your mutant ability. Is awkwardness.
Yes.
So it's an odd one to have, but
I'm amazing. I am. Yeah. I was at the Professor Charles Xavier School for the awkward.
For awkward humor.
Yes. So yeah, I've been grilling like crazy, and lots of reading, and doing some singing. I started taking voice lessons, and
really?
Wow,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, are you like going to be a professional karaokeer? Karaoke.
Karaoke is a big part of it, but another part of it is just really, I used to sing when I was younger. In school and stuff like that, and I always really enjoyed it, and it's just one of those things that I consider part of my history, part of my identity, something that I enjoy doing, so I'm going to be doing it more. And it's also a discipline, so it's it's something, just something to keep me growing.
Nice. Well, that's good. Well, that's good. Yeah. What is it? Episode number 79. So by episode number 89, Stephen will be doing this whole show in song. It'll be a little rock opera.
The intro song I'm going to be doing a cappella.
Nice.
Like Smooth McGroove.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It'll be like, bow, 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 and I'm going to have my cat.
You could be Jockward McAwkward and doing the music for the show.
Right.
It would be great.
Yes, it'll be perfect.
So besides playing with your new grill, what else have you been doing, Stephen? And singing and all the other stuff?
Yeah, just, I did a little bit of gaming. Mostly on my phone.
Nice.
But that'll come up under the what you've been playing, I think.
Cool.
How about you? What have you been up to?
Yeah, that's about it. Both my kids are in soccer. In a family that owns one vehicle. That makes it very difficult, and it also means that I've been using a lot of gas driving back and forth. It just started the season, and I'm kind of tired of it already because it's just going everywhere, driving everywhere. I got home literally about 10 minutes before the show started and jumped right into podcasting, and it's never ending. It's going to be 8 weeks of no time, no free time. So it should be interesting to see how I don't know, ragged and disheveled I look by the end of that time. It'll make a fun science experiment or something.
That sounds like fun, except for the gas.
Yeah, especially when it's super expensive as it is now. But we won't get into that. So,
and you have to buy it by the liter, so it's even more expensive.
Yeah, it is. What is it? It just hit $1.30 a liter. So there's about 4 liters to a gallon. So it's like,
and then convert
$5.20
Canadian to US dollars, and it's oh my god, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But now that I'm depressed, Steven, what video games have you been playing?
Well, Disco Zoo.
Nice.
Also, I played some Bust a Move on my Super NES.
Nice.
And I played some Super Castlevania 4 on my Wii U Virtual Console.
Nice.
And played some Super Mario World on my Wii U Virtual Console. And I think that is all the gaming that I have been doing for the past week. My Disco Zoo has 1,200 animals in it now.
Wow.
And I've been getting the diamond trophies for the various animals since I have all of them now.
Nice.
I'm working my way from the earliest zoo to the latest zoo. So I have all the diamond trophies for the farm zoo. I have all the diamond trophies for the Outback, and now I'm working on the Savannah.
Nice. I'm struggling to not delete that game from my phone because I've been doing nothing with it for the last month since waiting for another update. I don't know.
Is it doing anything bad to your phone while it's sitting there?
No, it's not.
Then why not just leave it and wait?
I could leave it and wait.
There's going to be an update at some point. You're going to be like,
you would hope so.
Yeah, Disco Zoo.
No, I'll be like, I will buy all of the stuff in one night because I have about 4 million credits just sitting around waiting to be done.
I'm at just over 2 million in there now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Cool. So besides Disco Zoo and Virtual Console, anything on anything else, or is it mainly just been kind of retro stuff for you?
It's been retro stuff for me.
Cool. Well, that's good. Sometimes retro is what you need.
Yes, we did the fix. It was really fun to get the Super NES. I have an S video cable for my Super NES, and I hook it up to this big 32-inch CRT that I have in my bedroom. And Super NES games looks so good on there. It's really, really nice. I only have a few Super NES cartridges because most of the stuff that I like to play is on Virtual Console, and that looks even better, on the big plasma. But yeah.
Nice.
Really, really good to be able to just grab the old Super NES controllers and
I kind of want to retro on
2-player.
I kind of want to retro on 5. I'm kind of really hoping that they at some point in I don't know this decade ship
release
that
one of
thing
those
so that I can buy one and start playing my games on my television. But
sure,
it's getting scarier and scarier by the minute where the thing doesn't actually ship.
Yeah, and we're looking at the analog NT coming out. We'll be talking about that later.
Yeah.
Tempted with that, but
it's
pricey.
so expensive. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, cool. I've been playing a fair bit here as well. I've been doing the whole running around with the family thing, and then coming home and trying to melt my brain for an hour to get back into I don't know, a non-stressed I don't know, area of my life.
Okay.
But unfortunately, the game that I have been playing is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I'm playing it on the PS4, which I don't really need to play it on the PS4 because it looks as good as it would if I played it on the PS3 or the 360 or the Wii U.
Yuck.
It is a very poor next-gen port of a game whose lead SKU was the 360. So, yeah, it's not so good. And I loved the first Amazing Spider-Man. It had its problems, but I'm a huge Spider-Man fanboy. I'm a huge Marvel guy. Love Spider-Man. Love everything about it. So I picked up this game immediately, thinking, it's going to be just as good as the last one. Nope, not quite. The first couple hours, I streamed the first 3.5 hours on Twitch, and I had about 25 people watching, and everyone asked a question like, how is it? And I'm like, it's good. I'm having fun. This is great. It's great. It has the fighting from, like, I'm playing Arkham Asylum. It's free roam. Everything's awesome. And then at about the 4-hour mark, I started getting tired of everything. So I streamed my happy giddiness and told the world how much I love this game. And then about a half hour later, it was just like, ugh. And I did the stupid thing. I want to get the platinum trophy for it. And one of the trophies was you have to level up your every single costume in the game. And there's about 15 costumes, and they each have 8 levels. And after I beat the game on normal, I found that I only had 2 of the suits fully leveled up. And I had to do about 12 more or 10 more or whatever it was. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to level 1 and see how long this takes. So I picked a suit that was at level 1, level it up. You do that by fighting bad guys. You get experience. That when you level up your suit, it gets better, blah, blah, blah. It took me about 40 minutes to level up 1 suit. So I figured that I had 40 minutes times 10 suits to do to get 1 stupid gold trophy so that I could replay the game on hard to get the final trophy, to get the platinum. And I was like, I'm not doing that. That's stupid. That's such a waste of time. Well, last night I just got the final suit leveled up to level 8, and I'm working on my hard playthrough right now. So even though I didn't want to do it because it was stupid, I did it anyway because I'm a glutton for punishment, and that is how I roll sometimes. So, it's... I feel really bad for Beanox, who made this game. You can tell that they made a game that was more of a tech demo. Like, this is what we wanted to change with the game. And then Activision came down and say, good, you have 3 months, so finish it up. The movie's coming out. And they quickly had to throw a bunch of other polish into it. There's so many things that are busted with it. I've had times when I get stuck in the walls, so I have to reload a save. There's like a stupid amount of load times where you basically fail a mission, and instead of giving you an option to retry it, it just boots you back to the open world, and it's about a 40-second load time. Even worse, inside of the comic shop, which is kind of like the unlockable hub where you can see the stuff that you've unlocked, there's a beat 'em up game, and you have to basically get all the way to level 12 in that game to unlock one of the suits that you need to level up to get the trophy I just talked about. But if you fail one of those levels, it doesn't say, hey, do you want to retry? It reloads it. But if you beat it, it says, oh, do you want to load the next level? And it's just like, what? How did that make it past QA? Like, did no one say, hey, this is stupid? People are already mad that they lost. Let's inconvenience them more. Apparently, it did not. A bunch of other things. There's this morality system in the game where there'll be random crimes in the city. And if you successfully like solve the random crime, so beat up the bad guys, get the hostage, defuse the bomb, whatever, you are then you get stuff on the good side of the karma level. There's 3 good and 3 bad karma. But if you don't do something, if one of the things just time out because you're doing other things like, I don't know, playing the main missions in the game, actually playing the game, the city sees that as bad because Spider-Man's not doing his duty, even though we hate him and he's a menace and he's a vigilante. But hey, he let that house burn down. How dare he? So you get stuff going on the bad one. So just by playing the game and beating the game on my playthrough on normal, I was level 3 bad because I was just not taking care of any of the random things. So the system that they put in to make it feel more fun and show that you have some sort of effect on the world is really just crap, and it's just so annoying. Like, I was so frustrated, and leveling up the costumes was basically me just playing that, doing random thing after random thing after random thing, waiting for load times, falling asleep with the controller in my hand. Like, it was all bad, man. But I'm working on the platinum because apparently I'm an idiot.
And somewhere in Activision headquarters, I'm assuming that's Activision.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Activision headquarters, there's like a little machine that's counting the hours that people put into different features and going, that one's really popular.
Yeah, they really
Let's bring
like
that
this
back next time.
I was looking at my trophy list. I'm just going to load it up now to see if it's changed. And the PlayStation app on what? Sure. The PlayStation app on my on the phone it'll give you the rarity of each trophy. So for the platinum for Amazing Spider-Man 2, only 0.6% of people have gotten the platinum trophy, which usually is around what platinums are. Platinums are, not a lot of people like to get them, so it takes a little bit of time for people to do that. And I'm just trying to load the one for the costumes. What is it? Let me find out what it is. It's a gold trophy, so it should be there. Yeah, there it is. When I got that trophy, it was at 0.5%. So pretty much the same amount of people that have gotten the platinum got that trophy. So no one's doing it because it is so ridiculously stupid. But it looks like it's gone up a little bit. So it's 0.7%. So other people are sharing in my misery and also getting that trophy on the PS4. It's ridiculous. The game is crazy. Stephen Munn is saying, can you still swing off of clouds? The Stephen Munn guy is asking questions in the chat room. No, this game, they've changed the swing mechanics. So you have to attach your webs to a building. So and it's 2 triggers. So if you want to use your left arm to hit the left side of the screen, you have to use the left trigger. And if you want to do the right arm, you hit the right trigger. If you try to use the right arm and there's no building beside it, he says the same thing. Is like, oh, I don't know what I was trying to stick to there. Or, webs have to stick to something, don't you? And you hear that constantly as you're playing the game because you hit a button at, oh, heaven forbid, the wrong time, instead of just not doing anything. He says this stupid one-liner. Yeah, the game is ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. The coders ranting at people like me who complain about being able to swing off clouds.
Yeah, exactly.
You like this now?
Yeah.
You like this?
Yeah, you really hate this, don't you? We did it right the first time, didn't we? But yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. So let me close this down. For some reason, my iPhoto just opened because I unlocked my phone. So
could be worse. See, deadpans. I could be shooting these out of my own skin instead of web shooters.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the thing. Actually, they they have some inside jokes from the different movies and the different iterations of the comics. So as being a Spidey fanboy, I was giggling a little bit.
That's cool.
Jay Carduth is saying, yeah, remember when he told me to look at his butt? Yeah, at one point, Spider-Man tells you to look at his butt. I don't know why he would do that, but he did that. So yeah, it's just a weird game, man. I don't like it, but yet I'm playing it because I'm a glutton for punishment. But other things I'm playing this one, Mario Golf World Tour for the 3DS. I picked it up, and yeah, it's good. It's golf. It's Mario Golf, just what you always expected. I even did something crazy, which was pick up the DLC package to see what that's all about.
Oh my god, that is crazy.
So I got the Gold Mario, and I'm playing through the first unlockable course, and yeah, it's a golf game.
Right.
I like Mario Golf, so I like the Camelot golf games, so I'm not going to complain about that at all. But I've only played a couple 18-hole courses, and I'm enjoying it. I just got to spend a little bit more time on it to do a little bit more play. But yeah, it's a good game. If you like Mario Golf, you're gonna like this because it's Mario Golf.
That's
if you like this, you will like this because it is that. Essentially, is what I just said there. But
I thought that was really good. If you like Mario Golf, there is a Mario Golf.
Yeah, it's 100% of people that like Mario Golf, and this is that. So you will like it as well. But yeah, it's a fun game. I'm really kind of digging it. It's great to be playing one of these things again. Although it looks kind of low res on the 3DS. Like there's a lot of jaggies and weird things. And I know the 3DS isn't super powerful and everything, but I've seen games that look a little bit better. So it's kind of weird how some of the courses look a little bit off. But maybe that's just me being a little bit picky with that. But yeah, it's good. It's fun. But that's it. What do you say we move on, Steven? Now that I've spent 40 minutes ranting about Spider-Man
and Mario Golf.
Well,
it was more of a rave.
It was a rave. I did a lot of ranting and a little bit of raving just to balance it all out.
Yes. Yeah, get the glow sticks.
Yeah.
For the rave.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on.
All right, let's get into notable releases. Steven, what has come out or will be coming out at some point
Mario Golf.
in the future? Mario Golf. This one. Mario Golf World Tour. It's good. It's good.
Spider-Man, right?
That one came out too, yeah. Don't buy it. Rent it. Rent it. It's a good rental. It's a good rental.
Kirby Triple Deluxe,
Mm-hmm.
which I've seen the ad for Kirby Triple Deluxe during Disco Zoo multiple times.
What? Sorry?
I've seen the ad for Kirby Triple Deluxe while playing Disco Zoo on my phone.
Nintendo is advertising on Android apps?
They are.
Wow. That is not something I would ever have assumed would happen in this lifetime.
Yeah, it surprised me. I've seen it several times. You know how you can hit the button to get 5 free tries a few times a day? And it plays a little ad?
Yeah.
Sometimes the ad is a little 3DS trailer for Kirby Triple Deluxe where they're singing and has a little bouncing ball at the bottom singing about Kirby.
Nice. Is it Kirby? Is he the bouncing ball?
I don't know. I don't. On my phone, it's so small. I can't.
Okay.
There's an actual. It looks like it's just coloring in the text as it goes across.
That would have been hilarious
Not an
if
actual.
that was the case.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So Kirby Triple Deluxe that came out I think last week. Mario Golf World Tour and Mega Man Extreme, and they're doing like different Mega Man game every week, I guess.
Yeah.
On the 3DS.
Yeah, a bunch of them. A couple weeks, there's a couple games coming out. Pretty amazing to see this type of stuff hit. Although it is the same Virtual Console prices, so meh.
Yeah, not great.
Exactly. Cool. All right. Well, let's get into the news. A couple weeks ago, we had a surprise Nintendo Direct. I basically woke up, looked on my Twitter, saw a bunch of people talking about Mario Kart, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird how there's so many people on my timeline talking about Mario Kart. Didn't think anything of it. Got to work, went for my coffee break. Usually my coffee break ends with me just checking the news feeds or whatever, just really quick. And I saw that there was a Nintendo Direct. I'm like, what? Oh, well, that explains it. I heard nothing about this. It just showed up one morning. So I went for lunch and watched it while I was eating my lunch. And it was probably the most hilarious Nintendo Direct Nintendo's done. Tomodachi Direct was really good as well, but this one was done by Mega 64. It involved the Reggie Fils-Aimé. Was it Fils-Aimé? No, that's not what it was. Reggie
Fils-Aimé. I think it was.
That's what
I heard about it, but I didn't actually see it.
That's exactly what it was. So Reggie Fils-Aimé, which was a robotic Reggie Fils-Aimé, who was infiltrating Nintendo prior to E3. And he was shooting people with laser eyes. Like one of the executives at the boardroom table said something bad, and he said something, and she said it again, and then he shot her with his eyes, and then someone wanted to get him water and trying to feed him water, and of course he's a robot. Like there's all these crazy things that were happening. There was a bunch of other weird things. Like there was like a segment that looked like it was like Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy was in this one. And it was basically this guy that was watching TV and changing channels and doing all this weird stuff. And it was really weird. That was the one, right? The changing TV thing was in this one, I think. I'm pretty sure it was.
The one that I saw, the Mario Kart Direct that I saw only had a few seconds of that.
Okay.
With the channel changing. I didn't see the Fils-Aimé part.
Yeah, it was, I don't know, really, really bizarre. Or wait, no, the Fils-Aimé was, sorry, I'm mixing my Nintendo Directs. That was their E3 announcement, was the Reggie Fils-Aimé, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so too, because I didn't see that one.
Right, so I'm getting all my Nintendo Directs crazy. Actually, yeah, Foreman was in the chat room is getting me on the right one. There's been so many Nintendo Directs randomly dropped that I'm getting them confused. So
you are getting absolutely Nintendo Direct.
Yes, I'm getting direct with a W. So then the Mario Kart 8 one was all the channel changing one. It had the Jack Handy segments where people are talking about their favorite memories of getting hit by blue turtle shells and all this stuff. Then the E3 one, never mind. That Reggie Fils-Aimé was something else. Forgive me, I'm tired and I've been watching a lot of soccer, so my brain is kind of mush.
And buying a lot of gas.
And playing a really boring video game to get trophies, which proves that I have a screw loose right now. So let's start again. So the Mario Kart 8 Direct was hilarious with all of the crazy stuff that was in it, all the little segments and things like that. But there was a lot of great news in it. Wasn't just the craziness that was happening. They talked about a lot of really great things. They talked about all the multiplayer stuff. let's go kind of down the list.
Okay.
So online gameplay, you can basically jump into online 12-player, which is kind of crazy. You can do voice and text chat, which is great. There's tournaments, which I think is going to be kind of the fun thing for me, where you can actually set up your own tournament and submit your tournament to the global tournament list, and then people can compete in that tournament. And then when it ends, whoever's first gets shown up there. So we could potentially have like a VG Podcasts Mario Kart tournament and let people know that it's going to run for the next couple weeks. They go in, compete, and then it shows the leaderboards, which is actually really kind of cool.
That is, they've done quite a bit more with the online features in this one than I've seen before. And you know, Mario Kart Wii was no slouch in terms of online play. They had a lot of features there. You had the channel and everything like that, and they brought that back with 7. But
right,
I'm pleased that they're doing as much as they are with it. You know, the YouTube thing is particularly surprising and impressive.
Yeah, that's the other thing. There's Ghost data, so you can download Ghost time trial data packets and race against your friends and do that. That's been there before, so that's not too crazy. But then they announced Mario Kart TV. So they previously talked about a highlight reel. You could create a highlight reel and upload it to Miiverse, and that was kind of cool. But they're launching a whole like streaming system in this game where you can basically save your videos and upload them to Mario Kart TV. So they're on Miiverse. People can watch other people's videos, but you can even upload them right to YouTube. So you link your Google account to your game and you hit one button and boom, it's 5, 10, 15 minutes later, depending on your internet speed, your video is up on your YouTube channel and people can watch your race. There's also a little bit of brouhaha after that because it's been announced that Nintendo is automatically going to be content ID matching these videos that went up. So people that do these videos for quote unquote job are really pissed off that they won't be able to upload any Mario Kart time trials or races. And I just basically say, suck it up. I mean, that's what Nintendo said that before. They're gonna do that. If you want to stream games, stream non-Nintendo games, and you can still collect ad revenue on something you didn't fully make 100% yourself, I guess.
Yeah.
But Mario Kart TV looks really cool. It was actually announced this week as well that the first mobile app that Nintendo is going to be creating is it's called Mario Kart TV, and it's just a way for you to get on and watch all the videos that people are posting to the service. So personally, I don't think it's going to be that important for me personally. I don't know if I'm going to use it too much, but it's kind of neat to see Nintendo kind of wading into the online sharing arena. I have a PS4. Streaming was built into it. You could Twitch stream all your games right off the bat. The Xbox One came out with a patch that allowed you to do that. This isn't actually streaming your games, but at least it's kind of getting there. You're saving the videos and uploading them, which is kind of a step in the right direction for Nintendo.
Yeah, it's really nice. It was totally a surprise. It's a really surprise that they threw in this feature that, you know, features prominently on the other two platforms.
Yeah, exactly. Really kind of cool. They talked a lot about the vehicle customization, so you can change your different bodies and tires and your glider parts. And I mean, that you were able to do that before. But near the end of this direct, they had a scientific section where you had one of the programmers was basically trying to say whether a cart or a bike is faster. So since he's a programmer, he could race it exactly the same. And so they actually showed that, and within like a couple hundredths of a second he was or a couple tenths of a second he was basically hitting the exact same times. And the first time that he went through, he found out that bikes were faster, and the next time he found out that carts were faster, or vice versa, whatever it was. And basically said it depends on the course that you're on. So they spent like 5 minutes doing the scientific tests to see whether your carts or your bikes were faster. But really kind of weird. The customization looks nice, of course, but we've had customization for a couple Mario Karts now.
Right.
They finally they unveiled what the new items are. So some were announced prior, some were just in some of the videos that were sent out, but they all have names and they have full features listed. So they showed off the piranha plant, which is of course the one that we talked about in the last podcast where we talked about Mario Kart 2. And it was the thing that I was most interested in because it looks really cute, and you have a piranha plant in a pot that has little wheels and it's racing in front of you, and it's super cute. So that is called piranha plant. It can eat hazards on the road in front of you. It can eat other people. Pretty cool. I like that one. They unveiled the boomerang. We'd already seen it in the videos, but they said, yep, you can throw it for 3 times and it can hit forward and back. So if someone dodges on the way forward, it can come back and smack them in the face, which was okay. We knew what a boomerang was. We kind of assumed some of that functionality. Then they showed off the new item one of the 2 new items in this game. The first one's called Crazy 8, which is better than the Lucky 7 was, where when you get the Crazy 8, you get 8 items that you can use. You get a star, you get a blooper, you get a coin, mushroom, bob-omb, banana peel, red shell, and a green shell. So you get all these items that spin around you, and you can use them as well. And destroy people essentially when you get this, which is nice. But then lastly, they showed off the item that they're calling the Super Horn, which is kind of awesome because it allows you to finally get rid of blue shells. This is a speaker that you can play. If you come behind a bunch of people, you play it. It sends them spinning, which is really great. But you can also use it to blast things that are coming at you because it sends out this little shock wave. So if someone shoots a red shell at you, fine. But then they showed off right at the end where a guy saved himself from the cursed blue shell. And it's like, oh, okay. So when I get a super horn, I will never, ever use it until someone shoots a blue shell at me, because nothing I hate worse in life than getting hit with a blue shell and then having someone pass me at the last second of the last lap. So that's really cool. And that kind of changes the dynamic of racing in Mario Kart. You could get away from blue shells in previous games by using different tricks. Some of them were like jumping at the last possible second. Sometimes you'd be able to get it. But it was always really, really hard. This still looks hard, but at least it looks more doable because it is an item that you just have to trigger and it will take that by.
Right.
Which is great.
It's an advertised feature as opposed to
a trick.
There was Luigi. I think it was Luigi in Mario Kart DS.
Yeah.
Who was actually able to dodge blue shells by skidding at just the right time.
Yeah, exactly. So
I was never able to do it.
it's like when people found snaking. It was just one of those unintended features that came out. They talked about all the new challengers in the game. Of course, there's the Koopalings. They're all in the game. But they showed off 2 new ones. Baby Rosalina, because Nintendo has a fascination with baby versions of their iconic characters. Not that Rosalina's iconic yet, but you know what I mean. So that was weird. And to round out the addition of Mario, Metal Mario, which had been in previous Mario Karts, they added a metal version of Peach. But it's not just Metal Peach, it's Pink Gold Peach for whatever reason. So there you go. Yeah. I'm sure that'll be my daughter's favorite racer as we play this game.
Yeah, my daughter Julia is excited about it too. She likes Peach, so
cool. Cool. What else? They talked about some of the anti-gravity features. So we'd seen it in trailers that there would be some sort of anti-grav function of the game, but it wasn't really detailed what exactly it would be. So this one now is great, where when you drive over a blue line on the map, it engages anti-gravity on your vehicle, whether it's a bike or a cart, and you can drive up walls and do all that fun stuff.
Waterfalls, that one was in the Shy Guy Falls, I think it was.
Yeah, that
Yoshi Falls or something.
That was pretty awesome as well.
That was cool. Driving on the waterfall, I was like, that's a nice feature. Just like imagining being in the game and seeing somebody suddenly go up the wall. How cool that's going to be.
Oh, it's going to be. Oh, and the graphics, man, they just look sick. This game looks so beautiful.
Yeah.
But another big anti-gravity feature is if you smack into into somebody while you're on the bike or whatever you're riding, and it's in anti-gravity mode, you actually do a little bit of a turbo spin thing. So they say that you can use it to benefit you, but they showed another section where two people are banging each other and they're both getting the turbo boost. So it just seems odd where it doesn't suck to get hit by another player when you're in this, but it seems like both people are going to get the turbo. So I don't know if there's going to be some sort of trick to jump out in front and then make the guy hit you from behind and get a turbo boost or something. But yeah, it looks kind of fun. I'm really excited about playing some anti-gravity races.
Yeah, it just looks great. Everything they showed looks great, and I liked the whole direct. I thought it was really nicely done, very funny.
Yep. It was really
It's like an
well
expose, something like an expose.
Exactly.
Still have all these questions. What is this anti-grav feature?
Yeah, exactly. It was really well done. And then they showed off the fact that every single track in this game is going to be played by a live band. Not live while you're playing it, because that would be very tiresome for the people playing the instruments, but they've recorded all the music with an orchestra. And it sounds good. So if you are one of those people that likes the music in the games, you're probably going to really appreciate that feature in this version of the game.
Yeah, that's exciting too. It's just going to be great. They're really going all out, and this is one of the games for them to do that on.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. One thing we forgot to mention, when you're making your videos in Mario Kart TV, you can actually pause, go slow-mo. So they've added something that I've been doing a little bit in Infamous Second Son on my PlayStation 4, where you basically pause and kind of change the look of your screen, and then save a video a little bit. It's not obviously as detailed as that, but when they showed some of the video editing, you're getting some amazing shots of the levels that you're racing in. This game just looks really, really crazy, and I can't wait to play it. They didn't show off battle mode though, which I was really disappointed at. If they take battle mode out, I'm going to be very, very disappointed, because that's my favorite part of multiplayer Mario Kart.
Oh, there'll probably be battle mode in there, because there always has to be something in there that's an afterthought that they go half-assed on and nobody really likes.
I hope there's DLC in this game, and I hope it's just for battle mode stages, and I will buy every single one, because I can't get enough of that stuff.
That'd be cool. My understanding of what battle mode is in this one is that the battle mode stages aren't symmetric arenas. They are chunks that are taken out of the full-size tracks. So you'll have a section of one of the full tracks, and then you do battle mode within that.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yep.
Cool. So anything else to add on Mario Kart?
No. I mean, we have a couple more bulleted items here that did come up during the direct, but that are kind of peripherally related to it, like the Wii U bundle, but we'll get to those.
Okay, cool. All right, well, let's move on to the rest of the Stoof.
All right. More Stoof here.
So, that's the other thing they announced. I guess it was during the direct as well, so we'll talk about that. They announced that there's going to be, as you said, a Mario Kart 8 Wii U bundle, $330, so not super cheap. I thought it would be $299 and give you the game and all that stuff.
Comes with a ton of stuff, though.
Oh, it does. It comes
with a good
deal. It comes with a deluxe Wii U, so the one that has all the other features.
A $300 value.
Exactly. Comes with a copy of Mario Kart 8.
Which is a $60 value, and the box shows a pack shot of Mario Kart 8, so it's probably a disc copy.
Which would be good. Or maybe it's just an empty one with a download code in it, which would be also kind of cool. Right?
What a disappointment that would be.
It comes with the wheel for the Wiimotes.
A 49-cent value.
Yes. A throw it out the door and try to hit one of your neighbors value, because it's useless. Yes. But that's included. And then it also comes with a Mario Wii remote. So that's the red Wii remote.
And that's a $40 value.
Exactly. So if you're adding up all the numbers Steven said, it's $3,000 worth of stuff packed into this box for $330. So, somewhere around there. Give or take a few dollars at least.
I can't even make the 50 pounds in a 10-pound box joke because it's dollars now. It's no fun.
Exactly.
But I made that last time, so it's okay.
Does this one come with the strategy guide as well, or is that just the UK one that comes with that?
I think the UK one comes with the strategy guide, and the US one does not. But I'm not sure. Now that you mention, I didn't see it in the article.
Yeah, so that's coming out. So you'll be able to, if you don't already have a Wii U, you'll be able to buy this sweet bundle that has a whole bunch of stuff in it. Which is pretty decent, but that's not all. If you buy Mario Kart 8, like
including the one in that bundle,
yeah, including the bundle, like any version of Mario Kart 8, provided you go online and register it on Club Nintendo before the end of July, not only do you get to play Mario Kart 8 because it's an awesome game, but Nintendo is going to give you a free game just for buying Mario Kart. Europe gets a heck of a lot more stuff than we do, but we get a choice of 4 really great games, 3 really great games and a game. We have New Super Mario Brothers
and a game for the people who have all the other 3.
Exactly.
Which is us.
New Super Mario Brothers U, Pikmin 3, The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker HD, and Wii Party U. I'll be picking up Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker HD because I keep meaning to buy it and I haven't yet, so that'll be perfect. I'll get a 2-for-1 special, which will be awesome.
That is great.
But if you're in Europe, you get a choice of Nintendo Land, New Super Mario Bros. U, Game & Wario, Pikmin 3, Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker HD, Sonic Lost World, Mario and Sonic at the Sochi 2014 Olympic Winter Games, Wii Party U, The Wonderful 101, or Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. You get a choose one of those 10 games. We get the choice of 4 here in North America.
Yeah.
Which is okay. I mean, we got kind of the 3 of the best ones anyway. Some people might want Sonic Lost World, and I say you are a bad person. If that's what you
I'd like them to give us the 10 because the only one of these I don't have is Wii Party U. Oh. So
you wanted more choice. More choice.
I wanted more choice, more of the choice, all the choice.
Yeah. I know a lot of people online were talking about owning all 4 and they're really disappointed because it's a download code. Well, you can just take the download code and give it to a friend. It doesn't automatically download to your system. You just some people are thinking of maybe even selling it to people. I don't think there'll be that much of a market for these games digitally because everybody that buys this game will get it. That's millions of people will be getting free games. But hey, whatever works for you. Some people are also using it as a way to get a game that they play a lot as just a game that's always on their system, which is a great idea as well. So yeah, it's I don't know. It's kind of amazing. You're buying a game and you're getting a game. Nintendo really, really, really wants Mario Kart 8 to do really well. And giving a free game out to people will get people to go out and buy this game, and they'll get out and buy it early, which is a great thing.
Yeah, it's a really surprisingly good deal. Everything that they're doing around Mario Kart 8 looks really good.
Yeah, exactly. I like the fact that when you buy the bundle, you get one of these games free as well. So it's kind of a twofer. If you're buying a new system, not only do you get Mario Kart and all that extra swag, but you get another game that you may have wanted to play, but you just didn't see yourself buying a Wii U just to play, say, Pikmin 3. Well, now you don't have to worry about it because you can get it for free, which is great.
And that's a great game.
I don't own Pikmin 3. I rented it and played it and beat it and wanted it for the downloadable content. So I'm thinking, do I get Pikmin 3 for free? Because it's probably always going to be $60 in stores. Nintendo doesn't drop prices, and Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker HD is always going to be $30. I'm still kind of on the fence. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll get Pikmin because the kids love it, and pick up Legend of Zelda some other time. But either way, I mean, that's a great problem to have. Do I want this great game for free or this other great game for free? I can't make a decision. That is a really great problem to have.
It is. I think Pikmin 3 might be the best of those 4 games too, simply because Wind Waker was already out. I mean, Wind Waker HD is great, but it really is. It's the game for 2003 shined up. So
yeah, exactly, and it's kind of weird because Nintendo already did another bundle with Wind Waker in it, so it's already been given away once. It's like we're just gonna give it away. Everybody gets Wind Waker HD. You get Wind Waker HD. You get Wind Waker HD. Everybody gets
one thing Nintendo has learned from the GameCube generation is you can sell consoles by giving away Zeldas with them. Yeah,
very, very true. Very true. Cool. So that is all the awesome Mario Kart 8-ish stuff that we have for you this week, I believe. Unless you have some other megaton bomb you want to drop, Steven.
I think that's it.
Okay. Steven will personally watch every single video you upload to Mario Kart TV.
Yes. Put a hashtag in them or something like that. People use those on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I think so. Hashtag it. Hashtag it. So
Yes.
just write the word hashtag and then
Right. Hashtag Steven from Nintendo Pulse. Just call it that.
Yeah, that'll be great.
I'll be famous.
It'll be awesome.
Internet famous, not actual famous.
Right. Well, this is a type of fame, I guess.
Sure, we have an audience. You just won't tell me how big the audience is.
I tell you all the time how big the audience is.
Well, you tell me how many people are in the chat room. You don't tell me how many people download it.
I can tell you.
I can just look and see how many people are in the chat room. Like, that's not a big deal. I can count to 10. I have toes.
I'm sure I've told you that each episode gets downloaded thousands of times.
Wait, thousands?
Thousands.
Sure. Now, is thousands? Is that 2,000?
It's closer to 2,000 than it is to 10,000. So
okay, all right. Well, that's a better idea.
Yeah, that's good. 2,500 people usually.
That's as famous as I've ever been.
I mean, that's a lot of people that listen to a show in a week, and then it just continues on from there because we got a large long tail on this show. The fact that the podcasts are available forever, we get a lot of downloads after the fact as well.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, that's good.
That's nice.
Awesome. Well, let's keep moving on. There was some interesting news that came out. The first one that came out, well, it's not the first news item that came out, but this one made me
first one on our list here.
The first one on our list, and the one that made me kind of scratch my head, is that Steel Diver Sub Wars is getting a big update. This is the free-to-play kind of deathmatch in subs game that Nintendo released. And
contemplative.
Yeah, exactly. Contemplative multiplayer. Version 2 will be coming out soon, and you're going to have an internet battle mode where you also earn bonuses for your victories. Not just you get a bonus and feel good about yourself. Now, if you can consecutively destroy your friends, you will get more extra bonus things, which is good. You're going to have more access to more subs as well, which will make that even better because you'll be able to unlock your upgrades and things like that, which will be really great. And they also received a lot of this is in their show notes. We also received a lot of feedback via Miiverse about players attacking their allies. In version 2, players who torpedo their allies will receive a warning message on their screen, and points will be deducted for every hit. So all the people that were trolling can't troll anymore.
Yes.
But they're also planning on adding a new multiplayer stage, and they're going to continue to fine-tune all of the stats on the subs. So they're kind of treating this as like a real online thing. I've downloaded this game. I have not started it. I don't really want to play it, but maybe I should. Maybe I should. I mean, I played Spider-Man 2, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 for 15 hours more than I should have, so why not? Why I should maybe check out this sub game of thing. Jake Cargill in the chat room says, "Who would have thought the words 'really great' and 'Steel Diver' would go together?" and that's right. That is a very apt thing. So yeah, Steel Diver Sub Wars, huge update coming. Steven, have you played this yet, or are you like me, not in the column of not playing this game?
I have not played it. I'm seeing text on the screen. Yeah, here you go. I haven't played it. I haven't downloaded or played it. I have the original, the one on 3DS, but I opened it, I think, to get the points to try and get a Luigi statue at some point.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I have no real interest in it.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm the same way. Okay, cool. Let's move on. Speaking of something that I would like, but I don't think I ever will get. It was announced this week that another company is going to be releasing a Nintendo Entertainment System / Famicom. It's called the Analog NT. And not only is it beautiful, I'll show a screenshot of it from the video linked on this page. So it has nice aluminium if you're in the UK, and you can see the 2 cartridge slots on it. But this thing is $500. It's not cheap, and they say it does things like allow you to hook up to your modern HD televisions, but you need to buy a $50 dongle to do that. But it's kind of this neat little thing. It supports VGA. It supports standard component out. It supports like an RGB and S-Kart connection, and then also supports the HDMI connection through that extra dongle. Pretty crazy thing. And they came out and they're selling it for $500. It's just like, what kind of market are you going to have for an NES Famicom as well? That is $500. Do you think they're going to sell very many of these, Steven?
It's hard for me to imagine that they would. I mean,
maybe a dozen, 2 dozen, maybe.
Cool. It looks cool. I mean, they actually announced it and first started showing pictures a while ago, but they've only just now opened it for pre-orders, and it's like, I just can't understand. It doesn't have any features or any properties that really warrant that price tag. You can get those kinds of things from. I mean, if the Retron 5 ever comes out,
that'll be $100.
It appears to be promising better features.
Yeah, HDMI built in for $100, not $50 for a dongle for something you're paying $500 for.
Right, and the aluminum body is slick. That's beautiful, but aluminum is not an expensive metal.
I have access to a CNC lab, so I could take a block of aluminum. I could get a 3D scan of an NES and actually like make a NES out of aluminum if I really wanted to, and it probably wouldn't cost very much because a block of aluminum would be like $50 maybe. Like it's not an expensive metal, especially when you have all of the waste stuff that you can then reuse. That is a lot of money, and I understand that it is going to be not only well made and supported, and has all the different connection options, so you can plug it out in the UK and North America and in Japan without having to worry about whether you're on if you need an S-Kart connection or if you need some component or whatever you're using, VGA. I mean, it's great, but yeah, $500 when the Retron is there and it's $100. The chat room saying it might go up to $150. Even at $150, I mean, I'd buy that thing. It's kind of what I want.
Yeah, it's. I don't understand. I don't understand what market this hits, what demand this fulfills. Yep. It's too lacking in functionality and features, and too expensive.
Yeah, it's trying to be Apple sexy, but it doesn't really have the utility that a sexy phone would have. Sure.
If it were doing that, it would be maybe a little bit more like the Retron 5.
Yeah, exactly.
With save states and 9 different consoles.
The ability to play Game Boy games on it if you want. All of that fun stuff. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. All right, cool.
Points out that aluminum goes for
50 cents.
50 cents a pound. So this thing must be over 5 pounds.
Yes, it comes with a free gorilla as well, a 500-pound gorilla to carry your system in.
Yes.
It's
comes with the rage of your spouse if you happen to have one. I can just imagine. It just would have been the kind of thing that my ex-wife would have been furious about me buying.
Yeah. It would be something I'd love to have. Just because when people come over, they'd be like, "What's that?" "Oh, well, let me tell you the story about my $500 NES," and then they would laugh at me for being an idiot. But not something that I really want to get into.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I could hook my NES or my Famicom up to my flat screen and have it look good. But yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Well, let's jump in. Foreman in the chat room saying, is there nothing proprietary in the NES hardware that makes these things illegal in the first place? No, not for the NES. All of Nintendo's patents have expired. So you can buy all the chips, because this was way back in the day where they just basically they didn't make their own silicon. They just bought chips. You basically wire them together in such a way. You put the BIOS chip there. I guess you have to load the BIOS, but maybe there's a way to get around that. There's so many of these fake NESs out there where they must be getting around it somehow.
I think the console is so old that there isn't a BIOS on there. I think it's just all, it's all signals going from one point to another. There's no real.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's all timing. The NES is actually really hard to emulate because of all the timing between the different chips is so important that if you get something wrong, stuff will just stop working, or it'll do really weird things. Like
there's a lot of trickery there for the sound too, from what I understand.
Exactly. Really, really bizarre. So yeah, Analog NT coming out at some point for 500 smackers. That's a lot of old carts you could buy for $500. All right, let's move on. Just wanted to make mention that Hyrule Warriors, that's the Destiny Warrior / Link something or other that Nintendo briefly showed off, is actually hitting Japan in summer. So personally, I'm thinking that they're going to show this off at E3, and it's going to be out this Friday, and they're going to do like a NES remix type thing where it's just going to be like, boom, it's coming out. At least in Japan, maybe not here in North America, but yeah, it's interesting. Hyrule Warriors is coming out soon. Still don't know what it is or whether we should be interested in it, but it's a thing and will be coming out at some point.
Cool.
Soon. Let's talk about something that's a little bit more sad. Steven, didn't mean to cut you off there. Sorry.
No, you didn't.
Nintendo had a bit of a PR disaster this week, and that is for Tomodachi Life. Apparently, there were some statements made where the Japanese version has been patched to disallow same-sex marriages, and some people went online and got really upset about that for obvious reasons. And then Nintendo basically responded to that to basically say that no, we're not allowing that because it's not in the in this fun-loving world that we're creating. That's not part of this fun-loving world we're creating. That made people really, really angry.
Yeah, that's not a good response.
It's a really terrible response. I paraphrased, of course, but it was essentially that is what they said. So some people online started a bit of a movement on Twitter. They had the hashtag #mequality. So #mequality was trending on Twitter for quite some time, and there was a great fan-made video. I won't play it here, but I'll post a link to it if you guys want to check it out. And then Nintendo came out and responded, and their response is kind of funny.
Really no better.
No, it says, Nintendo never intended to make any form of social commentary with the launch of Tomodachi Life. The relationship options of the game represent a playful alternate world rather than a real-life simulation. We hope that all of our fans will see that Tomodachi Life was intended to be a whimsical and quirky game, and that we're absolutely not trying to provide any social commentary. The ability for same-sex relationships to occur in the game was not part of the original game that launched in Japan, and that game is made up of the same code that was used to localize in other regions outside of Japan. We've heard and thoughtfully considered all the responses. We will continue to listen and think about the feedback. We're using this as an opportunity to better understand our consumers and their expectations of us at all levels of the organization. I've been looking to broaden our approach to development wherever possible as we put all of our energy into continuing to develop fun games that will surprise and delight players. So they've reiterated some of the same sentiments and then said, we're going to use this as a learning option for us. Never mind the fact that just the response is just, it's ridiculous. Like, The Sims came out forever ago, and you could have same-sex marriages, and the world didn't fall apart. Let people do whatever they want, because that is part of the world that we live in. And if you are super conservative and you don't believe that that should be something possible, fine. That is your beliefs. I don't agree with them, but that is your beliefs. Yeah,
you're entitled to be an idiot, closed-minded.
I won't go that far. Idiot. I won't go that far. But you're entitled.
Oh, they're not entitled to be idiots. Okay, well that's good too.
Yeah, you're entitled to your opinion, but just don't play the game and have a dude marry a dude or a girl marry a girl, and then it shouldn't bother you that it is available for other people to do it.
Right.
And that should be
a game. It isn't even a game with sex in it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it just I don't understand why it wouldn't be in the game to begin with.
Right.
Other than it was developed in Japan, so maybe I don't know Japanese culture too much about the social norms for these types of things, but you would think that it would just be given in this day and age. But I guess that is not the case. But hopefully, other companies will see all the crap that Nintendo had to put up with this week, and will continue to put up with when this game gets launched, because this isn't going away. It's gonna start up again, and people are gonna bitch, as they should, and then hopefully whenever the next version of Tomodachi Life comes out, you'll have same-sex marriages, or just like, don't be stupid about it. Like, just don't make a big
Patch
deal
the
out of
damn
things.
thing.
Just patch it.
the damn thing and check the little box.
Exactly. It's ridiculous that this is a thing that we even have to talk about. But
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's the way the world is. Hopefully
Yeah.
it will change for the better.
Yeah. This is an opportunity for Nintendo to do something very, very cool and positive and progressive that would make them very popular in a very short amount of time. And once again, Nintendo is not taking that option.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's really ridiculous. So anyway, wanted to make mention of this because it just made me just kind of smile and just kind of giggle a little bit that this is even a thing that a company has to put up with in this day and age. Like, just do it. Like, don't try to be a social. Don't say we're not trying to be a social commentary. Well, by saying that you're not trying to be a social commentary, you just made a social commentary.
Exactly.
Like, it's just
not trying to make a social commentary. Too late.
Exactly. It's so ridiculous. But anyway, Nintendo, good luck. Hopefully you can salvage something positive from this.
Right.
Prometheus in chat room says, and now in Nintendo's favor, everybody knows what Tomodachi life is. Yeah, I guess so. No PR is bad PR is what the old adage is. But yeah, I think this could be damaging. If it goes on, like if Ellen has a special about video games and how they're exclusionary about any sort of same-sex relationships in some of these games, and I mean that could work against Nintendo just as well as the PR of trending worldwide works for them, I guess. Mm-hmm. Anyway, let's move past this and just shake our heads and hope that Nintendo does better next time. Yes. They're at least doing better with this. They announced this week, just surprise, boom out of nowhere, that they're releasing Pokemon Ruby and Pokemon Sapphire remakes. They released a little video, and yeah, it's something.
It's happening,
but it's just like E3's in what, like less than a month? No, a month away. Like, save this. This is huge news. Like, talk about it at E3. What are you talking about it now for? Just randomly.
I think it's drop the big news that the game that they make that makes them buckets and buckets and buckets and buckets and buckets and buckets of money every time it comes out.
Yeah.
They have more of them coming out. We know we just did a financials briefing that did not look pretty.
Yeah.
But we have another one of these coming. Look at that instead.
Exactly.
I think that's what this was.
Yeah. Quacko in the chat room says that the names are Alpha Ruby and Omega Sapphire. That's what Nintendo's announced. We'll see if that gets changed at all as it gets closer to release. But yeah, that's it. More Pokemons are coming out because everybody loves the Pokemans.
They do.
And that's good. Get some money in Nintendo's coffers, which they already have a lot of. So this Nintendo's doomed stuff, this rhetoric that's going around is just kind of just, you have to shake your head at it because
that new rhetoric for the last 15 years.
Exactly. Nintendo's doing okay, and they will continue to do okay for quite some time. So anyway, also at the same time, Nintendo had a financial year 2014 briefing in Japan, and some interesting news came out of it. Nintendo announced that the 3DS has hit 43 million sales worldwide, which is great. They talked about how Pokemon is helping drive sales of the 3DS and 2DS. That Tomodachi Life is coming out in June internationally, and there's some great third-party titles coming in Japan. The Wii U's doing okay. They want to regain momentum. I don't personally think it will happen, but good luck to them because they're coming out with Mario Kart 8 and Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U in this year. They're also planning to push out the fabled system update that speeds things up. It's coming out in June finally. And they showed another video of that speed up where you basically turn on your Wii with your gamepad and it boots up to a screen showing all the games you have. You double tap an icon and then it asks which profile you are, and then it boots right up into the game. They've already showed this, but they're showing it again. I don't know why it's not out yet, but there you are. That's what they're showing off. They announced the smart phone device game video thingy that we talked about earlier, the Mario Kart TV. They showed off some screenshots of that. Yeah, blah blah blah, whatever. But then they got really interesting. Sorry, Steven, what were you going to say about that?
Not just laughing at the comments in the chat room.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. But Nintendo also announced something new. It's called they're calling it a new figurine business. Nintendo, really? And they're calling it NFP, which stands for NFC Featured Platform. So they're taking an acronym that already exists and means something, and they're changing it a little bit. And they're using that acronym in the new acronym, which is just really confusing. So it's NFC Featured Platform, or you can also call it the Nintendo Figurine Platform. And essentially what these things are going to be are little figurines that will allow you basically, they have NFC chips in it, and you put it on your Wii U gamepad, and then games can upload data to it, so you can have save games and things like that, which doesn't make sense because save games already exist on your system because you have built-in memory. But maybe this is to bring your save game to a friend's house, I guess. I don't know. So they're going to show off a bunch of these figurines at E3. But even stranger, this is going to be a platform that's going to work across all of their platforms. So the 3DS is also going to get an NFP reader, an NFP NFC reader. But even more bizarre, it's going to go through IR. So it's going to use the infrared port on the back of your 3DS to read and write data. It's just so bizarre. This will be coming out not until the first half of 2015. So they're seeing the sales of things like Skylanders.
Yes.
So these types of things, Skylanders, and
they're like, Skylanders started selling lots of these 5-6 years ago.
It's time for us to jump on
it. We should do. Wait.
Let's copy.
What was I saying?
Let's copy
Nintendo.
Yeah. When the thing that they should have done is come out with Pokemon
yes,
that is like Skylanders but with Pokemon, because they already sell little Pokemon figures. Put NFC chips in it.
The Rumble ones, right?
Yeah,
Pokemon Rumble Blast or whatever.
But also just little figurines. They sell like collectible figurines that have Pokemon. They even come with Pokeballs. Some of them. That would have been the thing. Jake Harless in chat room saying, was Skylanders the first to do the figure to game? Yes, Skylanders was the first game to, or was it Toys to Life game, Skylanders. So anyway, Nintendo's coming out with this thing, which is really bizarre and I don't understand it. But even funnier was this month there was kind of like I guess the pre-hype for the new Skylanders game, where Toys for Bob talked about how initially when Skylanders was first pitched, Activision didn't really want anything to do with it. They didn't think it would sell well. So they actually tried to sell this to Nintendo, where Skylanders would have been a Nintendo exclusive game. And Nintendo said, "Oh no, we don't think that's going to work." So Nintendo didn't bite on it. And here we are, like 3-4 years later, and Nintendo's coming out with their own figurines, which are very Me Too-y, which isn't the Nintendo way of doing things normally. Normally they're kind of like the innovators, and they don't really do what everybody else is doing just because everybody else is doing it. So the fact that this is coming out, and it was kind of rumored that it was coming out before, but there's a lot of rumors. It just kind of really kind of confused me. I'm not against it, and I'm making jokes about it, not because I hate Nintendo, but it's kind of weird, and it's weird that it was announced during a financial briefing, not at like some sort of E3 conference briefing, Nintendo Direct, yada yada yada, whatever. But yeah, so Nintendo says, yeah, we don't want to just make a figurine, we want it to do more. But what does that mean? what are you going to do more? Like, tell us more. But they didn't really tell us any more of what it's going to do. Just save games and other fun things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, Steven,
Nintendo.
What else do we have to say on this matter? I think that's pretty much it. That's all the craziness that we can fit into one episode.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can, regarding the figures, I can understand why Nintendo wants to do it. It is an opportunity for them to make a lot of money, but it really is something that they should have been doing in 2008.
Yeah. Yeah. And granted, and to be fair, this could be the best thing ever.
Yeah.
We don't know the details about it. So we have to make guesses at what this actually means. But if it's really just a way to have like save games transfer between consoles, I don't really see the point in it. Like maybe these figurines are going to level up by doing well in other games, so it's going to be like the coins that you get on your 3DS, the coins that I get for walking around that I really only buy puzzle pieces with because I don't really use them for anything else. Like, is it going to be that? Like, maybe that's how their achievement system is going to work. Like, maybe you upload your achievements to Mario, and then there's going to be some sort of statue garden where your Mario can walk around, and if you do really well and you get a lot of achievements in games, maybe he gets a golden hat, and or he gets his he gets to pick up a feather and fly around this thing. Like, who knows what it's going to be? It's probably going to be something ridiculous because Nintendo is just crazy creative when it comes to things like this. But I kind of really wish that they would have said more, since they happened to let the cat out of the bag, but didn't really get too much more into what this actual thing means.
Yeah, and it's probably like the Pokemon announcement where they're just giving this tiny little piece of it to point out, like, oh, we do have things on the burner that are going to make money.
Don't sell our stock. Support us still, please.
Quacko was like financial briefing, so everyone didn't sell their stock.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Yeah. So, I think that's going to about do it for this episode, Steven. Unless there's anything else that you want to say regarding Nintendo.
No, you got it.
All right. Well,
good show. Thanks
to everybody for coming and joining us. We had a lot of people in our chat room, which was really great. I'm going to start some music. So thanks to everybody that came out. A bunch of people left. In the chat room, we still have Cannon Sheen, Foreman, Will, Liam is there, Jay Carguth, Kyle K, Prometheus, Quacko, and Stephen Munn, of course. We had some other people. We had Adam Raffle and a couple other people earlier, which I can't scroll up and see in our chat room. Thanks everybody for coming out and joining us live. We do this most Thursdays at about 8:30 p.m. Central. All of our recording times are up on vgpodcast.com/live. We'd love it if you would join us as well. We want to hear from you. We have a new feature here at VG Podcast. You can go to our homepage, and right on the right-hand side of the screen, there's going to be a leave a voicemail button. If you click that, you can use your computer to leave a voicemail directly. You don't even have to call, which is great. Even better, if you're browsing the site on your phone, whether it's an iPhone or an Android phone, it actually links to an app. You just download this app, you hit that button, boom, you're in the app, you record a message, send us your feedback, and we'll play it in a future episode of the podcast. If you want to email us, you can email us directly, vgpodcast@gmail.com, or call us at 505-VG-Podcasts. But yeah, that's going to about do it for this episode. So, Steven, thanks again for joining me, man.
Hey, good to be here.
And we will talk to you guys in about a week's time. Take it easy, everybody.